It's Friday, September 19th. Korean time, that would be Thursday, September 18th in the US. Today is the day after the Federal Reserve cut the 25% interest rate the day before yesterday. This screen you're looking at is Tesla's 5-minute chart. Today, it's minus 0.53, or something like that. Currently, the recording time is 11:30 p.m. There are about 2.5 hours left before the market closes. So, let's start with Tesla news as usual. First, there was some fake news, and Musk has issued a correction. A company called Palm AHRI has signed a contract for 10,000 Optimus Hemorrhoid robots, right? 100,000 units. Oh, it's 10,000 units. It's 10,000 units. Elon Musk has denied this, saying it's fake news. So Tesla shareholders, do you know what day November 6th is? That's right. It's the day of Tesla's 2025 annual shareholder meeting. A special invitation has been issued to your shareholder account. You need to apply for it, right? Not everyone who applies will be able to attend, but those who can't can watch it live online. Mark November 6th on your calendars. Elon Musk's limited compensation package is currently causing some controversy in the US. Reports are suggesting that if this package comes to fruition, Musk could become the world's first billionaire. There are also accusations that it deviates from traditional compensation standards. The exchange is even talking about this as a sign of polarization. Let's wait and see. Tesla's latest software update is 2025.32. This version is related to autonomous driving. Now, the Bluetooth audio support issue is being resolved, and the internal radar will now sound an alarm when it senses an emergency. FSD supervisor mode has also been rolled out in Australia and New Zealand, and a subscription model is reportedly coming soon. Tesla deliveries and insurance registrations in China are still a bit sluggish. While there are signs of recovery on a weekly basis, year over year, Model Y sales are declining. There are also reports that overall vehicle registrations are down about 7%. Is this because of this article? Tesla was doing well until the day before yesterday, but it's starting to slow down a bit. Still, Tesla stock is still trending upwards, perhaps due to the news that Musk purchased $1 billion worth of Tesla stock a few days ago. The private settlement of some autopilot-related lawsuits in California is also good news for investors. Let me tell you a little bit about Tesla Korea. Tesla Korea. It turns out that Tesla is preparing to establish a regulatory framework before fully implementing its FS function in Korea. They're reportedly recruiting government officials, security experts, insurance experts, and other relevant professionals for this effort. There are legal restrictions on the use of fixed-rate map data and real-time updates. There's also growing recognition that preparations for insurance liability and the scope of liability for vehicle software manufacturers are necessary. You know Tesla vehicle sales in Korea are higher than in Japan, right? But there's news that Japan is far ahead in terms of the potential for FSD utilization. There's a lot of criticism that Korea lacks the necessary conditions for commercializing autonomous driving, such as road infrastructure, regulatory systems, and road maintenance. In Japan, FS-level driving tests are already underway on public roads. This isn't just a Tesla issue. My company and the company I own are also exporting a lot to Korea. If you look at it, Korea has too many regulations. The regulations are inconsistent, and then there are the government officials who are like, Putin, and whatever. Anyway, that's what I was thinking. Hey, would big foreign companies want to invest in a country that's manipulating the market like this? I hope it gets completely wiped out. Tesla is reportedly launching the Cybertruck in Korea too. Cybertruck sales are a bit sluggish in the US, as evidenced by the large inventory pile. But did you know? Cybertrucks are surprisingly popular in the Middle East. They're also very positive about the results in Korea, and we're expecting them to produce results. Next up is news from Palantir. As you may have heard, a 5-year contract worth approximately £750 million with the UK Ministry of Defence is expected to be finalised by the end of the year. This replaces the existing 3-year contract worth £75 million. There's also a report that Palantir is planning a £1.5 billion investment in the UK, with the expansion of defence AI as a key focus. There's also news that Palantir's valuation continues to be a concern. Now, the defense-related business is growing. Beyond the UK, there's also news that various sales opportunities are emerging from contracts with the US military and intelligence agencies. Nevertheless, please keep in mind the recent news that Salesforce is emerging as a strong competitor. Next, here's some NVIDIA news. We saw a similar blow today, not only from NVIDIA, but also from Intel, right? NVIDIA is reportedly willing to invest approximately $5 billion in Intel's common stock. In return, they will collaborate on data center and PC product development. Intel will also utilize its NVIDIA AI-based accelerated computing capabilities to design and manufacture CPUs. NVIDIA's side says it includes custom CPU design and RTX GPU integration to develop its own system on chip. Intel's stock price is soaring with this deal. Congratulations! Here's some news from CoreWeave. NVIDIA is a cloud data center specialist. They signed a $6.3 billion deal for unused cloud computing capacity. That was reported a few days ago. This deal gives NVIDIA access to some of CoreWeave's spare capacity until 2032. Now, the Chinese government has banned major tech companies like ByteDance and Alibaba from purchasing certain NVIDIA AI chips. Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, expressed his disappointment, yet NVIDIA's stock price is soaring today. You should definitely buy NVIDIA whenever there's bad news, right? Now, before I share some important news from the stock market today, we've been seeing a lot of applicants at our MI Jun Ho study room recently. There's a reason for that. Look, this is our MI Jin Ho study room. You're signing up for membership right now, right? You're not entering the supply room. You have to sign up for VIP membership before applying. How competitive is it? 30-1, on average. You had to go through first and second rounds of membership interviews. There's a city called Brea, right next to Fullerton, where there's a large Korean population. Brea is also MI Jun's Bong Joon Ho stock. Bong Joon Ho stock is our unique code for stocks that have consistently appeared in the past. Today, it's up 375.82%. Wow, it's a huge hit. And not only that, look at this. We have a staff member in our study room, Giama, who's a true genius at stock selection. Look at the returns we posted a little while ago. These are the returns on profitable stocks. Do you know why so many people flock to our study room? It's not just about recommending stocks, we teach them how to catch fish. I apologize to those who can't understand what I'm saying and are complaining about signing up for coffee memberships or space memberships and asking why I'm not inviting them. But if you can't understand what I'm saying, just listen and study instead of watching the videos. After signing up for VIP membership, you'll see all the videos here, right? Click here to enter. We're currently recruiting for the 10th batch. The final interviews will probably be held next month, and we're receiving a lot of applications. We're waiting for you without any excuses. Let's take a look at today's market. It was very precarious at the beginning, but today, led by the MBI day, the market is picking up a bit, but it's not easy. Powell, as I mentioned in the video yesterday, is so ambiguous. When I woke up today, I was thinking, hey, Powell already gave a signal the day before through Nikki House. It was so accurate, everyone. Quote. Now, let's talk about today's global RUS. As you know, the Fed cut its benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points, adjusting it from 4.0 to 4.25. This was the first rate cut in a long time, right? It was the first. The key concern is the weak labor market, and while inflation is still above the 2% target, there are expectations of a gradual slowdown. He also mentioned the possibility of further rate cuts. So, there's market expectations that additional measures may be forthcoming at the October and December meetings. What won the market over today was the positive news about the collaboration between Nvidia and Intel. And wow, do you see that? Mu. This is also a stock recommended by Argiama, but today, Mu is up 5.69%. People who don't usually buy Mu is good for their health. Yes, you should buy Mu. I hope you can let go of your picky eating habits when it comes to stocks. Currently, Dawin is plus 0.3, NASA Plus is 1.03, S&P 500 is plus 0.54, Russell Leeson is plus 2.28. Today's TS signal was spot on. It's art these days. Despite the interest rate announcement, Treasury yields are showing a slight upward trend. Rather than expecting the Fed's easing to immediately lead to economic stimulus, they're showing a cautious attitude. President Trump is like Britain these days. Oh, I'm very, very disappointed that Putin was being targeted. There will be massive sanctions. It's a lot more complicated than I thought. The British Prime Minister is holding a joint press conference. First, the UK and Europe need to stop buying Russian crude oil, right? Trump said, if oil prices fall, we'll kneel. Oil prices aren't falling right now, so it's like that. It seems the British Prime Minister had a good discussion with the US today. He said this in October. Oil prices are showing a slight decline due to concerns about oversupply and an economic slowdown. Micron Technology, as I mentioned earlier, has been rising for 12 consecutive trading days, hitting new highs. CrowdStrike's stock price is rising, raising its sales outlook. Now, Novo Nordisk is rising on positive health news, but it would be great if the company that made this weight loss drug, Ozempic, would come to its senses and lower the drug prices, right? Now, in the US, the Charlie Quirk issue is still a hot topic. There are teachers and employees who criticized Charlie Quirk, and they are being fired and disciplined, and things are being stopped even if they fix things, so everything is a bit chaotic. So, I think we need to calmly watch the stock price until tomorrow. Now, if this rise continues until tomorrow without collapsing, it could continue to rise until next week. I wonder if there are any gold sellers, but if you look at the market today, you can see that M7 stock is also mixed, right? Microsoft and Apple are in the red, right? Walmart is red, Nvidia is blue, Broadcom is neutral, Amazon is rising, and Tesla is slightly down today. It's been going up and down. It's been going up and down. This buying power in the market right now is mostly speculative and short-term. Remember that both the options market and the bond market are only short-term trades, so I hope you can continue to succeed with your initial investments rather than trying to make big profits. For finding investments, playing the wrong game is the best. Thank you to all VF members for joining, and we'll do our best to find and recommend great stocks this weekend.